Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if this is your first time. My name's Gareth and this is Book Songs and Love and Magic, and I'm unhauling tons and tons and tons of books. So I'm going through all the books I had in my loft basically, and I'm getting rid of as many as I can. So I'm being quite brutal because I've got too many books, not enough space. This is the 7th video of this big unhaul. So I'm just going through the books and I'm just picking what I'm keeping, what I'm not keeping. I'm either keeping something because I've read it and really love it, or because I haven't read it and I want to read it. And I'm getting rid of stuff if I've read it and don't want to keep it, or if I don't even think I'm going to read it, because that's a thing as well. So here we go. Let's start with the big one. So this is a massive, what is this, 780 pages. Christopher Hitchens, arguably. I'm going to get rid of it because I've had this for 10 years and never even looked at it properly. So clearly I thought I wanted it, but I don't really. So that's it. Christopher Hitchens. This is like proper brand new. It's always been like, I don't know. I'm probably just going to end up just giving it away. But I'm going to keep this one. I've only just bought this one, the new Jim Crow. So shout out to Brian from Bookish, because I bought this because he was talking about it. But I'm keeping that one. The Dreaming Jaws, Theodore Sturgeon, I'll be keeping that. Unspeakable Verse, Best of Comic Verse. I am keeping lots of poetry stuff to do the occasional poem for packs. But I don't think I'm going to keep this one because every time I look at it, I'm uninspired. So I'm going to get rid of that. Noam Chomsky, How the World Works. Can't really get rid of a Noam Chomsky, can you? So I'm keeping that. Bedlam, London, and It's Mad. This is like about Victorian London and how they treated the insane, and they kind of caused some things to be insanity that wasn't insanity, and obviously a bit naivete. Catherine Arnold, I'm keeping that. Occupy Me. This is a science fiction novel about possession, alien possession, I think, or that kind of thing. So I'm going to keep it. I haven't read it yet. I'll keep it. Starship Grifters. This is really funny. This is Robert Croce's kind of slapsticky kind of humour, veering more on the chaotic side than Hitchhikers, but it's a comic science fiction novel. Very funny. Really like it. I'm keeping it. Bedside Milligan. I've got one already, haven't I? These, I'm pretty sure one of these came up in the previous video, so I'm going to ditch this. Protest, Stories of Resistance. So one collection of stories about the enriching beauty and strength of protest. So that's a good one to have. I'm going to keep that. So there we go. The Penguin Book of Socialist Verse. This is something that I found ages and ages ago. I've had this for like 20 odd years, but I'm going to keep it. I'll put it with my other poetry books. This is one of my oldest books, Roger Lasney's Unicorn Variations. I've always loved that cover. Do I want to keep this? It's an old one. Am I just going to keep it because I've had it a long time, or should I get rid of it? I'm getting rid of it. I'm getting rid of it. Clive Barker, Books of Blood, volumes 1 to 3. So I haven't read this yet, and a lot of people, it's their favourite thing of Clive Barker's. So I'm going to keep this. Hopefully read it before Halloween. The Wind-Up Girl by Paolo Bacigalupi. This is a kind of dystopian thing. Again, I ought to read it before getting rid of it, I think. So I'm keeping it. Right, I need to deal with the Ian M. Banks thing. So in the last video, I had a bunch of Ian M. Banks books and I kept them because I thought I can't make a judgment without reading them. But I thought I don't need to have all of them, which is kind of what I've got all of the culture novels and I haven't even read one yet. So assuming I'll be able to find these quite easily, even though these are like incredible condition, I'm going to get rid of these 4. At least I'm going to get rid of these 4. So these are the later ones, I think, and I'm going to get rid of them. I might get rid of another one as well once I get back into that thing. So I'm going to get rid of these because I don't think I'm going to even start the culture of books for at least another 6 months, at least, maybe a year. And I won't get to these ones until way after that. So I'm trying to be brutal. So I'll be gutted if I really like this series, but it's fine. I'm trying to make room. Born Weird, Andrew Kaufman. I like Andrew Kaufman, and I'd like to collect his stuff. He's not written a lot yet, but I do like him, so I'm going to keep that. And this is The Tiny Wife. Another really good one. This is an ex-library one. That's why it's got this thing on it. Funny, isn't it? But yeah, I bought that from eBay. I didn't take it from a library. Tiny Wife. Mishima, the sailor who fell from grace with the sea. This was a really powerful book, and I did like it. It wasn't massively pleasant, but I did like it, and I was shocked by the ending. I definitely would recommend it, but I don't think I'm going to keep it. I don't think I need to keep it, so I'm going to get rid of it. Body Tourists. I think this is another thing that can go along with that Occupy Me, as I think this is about possession, but I think it might be more kind of light and frothy. So, but I'm going to keep it and read it. So, contemporary science fiction. This is a Camus one, The Myth of Sisyphus. So I'll keep this. I'm gonna read it. I was well into existentialism when I was a teenager. I had this weird dichotomy. It's not so extreme anymore, but it used to be massively existential and cynical, and then also had this sort of hard left kind of hope and optimism as well. So how that worked, I don't know. Clearly, there was a civil war going on inside my head. But yeah, The Myth of Sisyphus, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to read it. I have read it, but I'm going to read it again because I haven't read it for a long time. Right, now, these are tons of Tom Holt books. And should I thin these out a bit? Yeah, I'm going to thin these out. So I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to get rid of that one. I think. No, this is about deities. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep Gin Rummy. Was that the one that I read? I can't remember. I'll keep Ye Gods. I'll keep My Hero. I'll keep Grail Blazers. I think that's a time travel one as well. I'll keep Odds and Sods. And Overtime. I'm going to keep The Portable Door as well. So I've got rid of 2. Not masses, but you know. Trying to get rid of some. Okay. Japanese Myths and Legends. I've only just bought this, and it goes alongside this big collection I've got of folklore, folk tales, fairy tales that I'm diving into the next couple of years. So I'm going to keep that. Sign of the Unicorn by Roger Lasney. I'm going to keep that. I haven't read it, and I'd like to read it. This is a better copy of the Tim Burton book. I've got a hardcover copy, hardback copy, which I bought when it came out, and it's not in great condition now. So this is a better conditioned one. So there we go. I think I should keep this. And I'm going to get rid of my Cindy Lauper memoir because, again, I keep thinking I'd like to read it, but I keep not reading it. So I'm just going to get rid of it. I am not quite as into it as I thought I was. Okay, so Little Book of Music Theory. This is quite a nice way of describing and explaining music theory, so I like this book, so I'm going to keep it. The Maestro, oh, this part of my cartoonist collection. I've got loads of these, so I'll talk about that in another video. Another Terry Brooks book that's going away. I'm ditching those. Oh, this is a great book. Gareth Stedman Jones, Outcast London. One of my favourite history books. I'm keeping this. The Gallows Curse, Karen Maitland. So I do want to read this, but I'm trying to be harsh. But I'm not being that harsh. I keep keeping things. I'm gonna keep this for now. Greg Bear's Blood Music. I was really excited to see this. It's quite an unusual book to find, so I'm keeping that. I'm going to read that. The Portable Coleridge. So this is Samuel Taylor Coleridge, and I'm not massively fussed, so I'm going to get rid of that. Clive Barker, Hellbound Heart. I don't think I'm going to read this again. I quite liked it, but I'm going to ditch it. This has been the whole trilogy, the Silo trilogy. I've had 2 out of the 3. I'm not really that bothered, so I think I'm going to get rid of it. Renaissance Europe, 1480 to 1520, by J.R. Hale. This is like a key textbook for me in my degree, but I'm not going to keep it now. So it's going. It's going. I think this is the last remaining Fighting Fantasy book. I love the Fighting Fantasy books, but again, I'll only be keeping this for nostalgia, so it's going. This is a weird one, so I'm not sure what's... I think I've got this because... No, it's not that. Why have I got this? I don't even know why I've got this. This is a gothic fantasy book by Quentin Crisp called Chog. It may have been the grotesqueness of it. I don't know, but I'm just going to get rid of it. I should be able to get a good price for this probably. But anyway, I'm getting rid of that. It's a very unusual book, but I'm not bothered. Roger McGough, Melting into the Foreground. I like Roger McGough, so I'm going to keep that. The Wish Song of Shannara. So I remember loving this when I was a kid, but I'm going to get rid of it. I'm getting rid of all of the Terry Brooks ones. So I was going to read them again and then read all the other ones I hadn't read, but I'm not going to do it now. And if I do it, it'll be some point in the future. So I'm not going to have it now. I'm going to get rid of that. Edited by Isaac Asimov, Tomorrow's Children, featuring stories by Robert Sheckley, Fritz Lieber, William, don't know, I can't see that, Damon Knight, Heinlein, Philip K. Dick, Ray Bradbury, Jerome Bixby. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. The Babylon 5 season guide, episode guide. This is number 3. You've seen some of the others in the other videos. That's staying. The USA and Vietnam, a textbook for A-levels. Not bothered about this, so I'm going to get rid of this. The Game Players of Titan by Philip K. Dick. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm not bothered about this. I've quite enjoyed it, but I don't think I'm going to read it again, so I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, I had to move the books around again. So H.G. Wells, a very, very tiny, this is like the Penguin Little Black classics. Tiny, tiny books for not very much money. A Slip Under the Microscope. I'll keep that. Brexit cartoons. I'll keep that for my cartoonist collection. Hobsbawm. I don't really want to get rid of any Hobbes Warren books, but this is Uncommon People, Resistance, Rebellion, and Jazz. I think I'm going to keep it. 2 more Babylon 5 books. So this is season 2 and season 1. So Babylon 5 episode guides. They're really cool. The Devil in Massachusetts, a modern inquiry into the Salem witch trials. So this will go in that video I'm going to do about the witch hunting stuff, which I've promised Pax. The Oxford History of Medieval Europe. I'm going to get rid of that one. It's a bit of an overview one, not bothered. And that's the sort of thing I don't need to keep. Traded to the Stars, Paul Anderson. So that's a recent purchase as well. We'll destroy the galaxy for cash. This is the sequel to We'll Save the Galaxy for... No, We'll Save Mankind for Food. And this was good. It wasn't as good as the first one, but it was good. And I like Yahtzee Crossshaw. So I'm going to keep that. This is a really good book, History of the Devil. It's really good. So if you ever get a chance to get it, I would totally recommend it if you're interested in how these things develop in our society. And this is all about the different ways that the devil has evolved in our society. It's really good. This is a Star Wars book, Planet of Twilight, Barbara Hambley. I'm going to keep that because there was a time when I didn't have any Star Wars books and I was a very unhappy man. Okay, 2 more to finish, and I think that's another load done. So, there's the Cartoon History of the Universe, which again, I'll be doing a little video about cartoon depictions of history. And on that note, this one, which was a great find, I was very pleased to see this, definitely keeping this, The Cartoon History of Britain. So this is a really good comprehensive book that shows you lots of editorial cartoons commenting on the history of Britain. So there we are. That's the next lot done. I've still got a few boxes in the... Well, I've probably got about 5 more boxes to look at, which I will do tomorrow. But yeah, please comment on the books if you found that interesting. Yeah, I'm getting there. I've got 5 boxes worth of stuff I'm getting rid of now, which is quite an achievement. Thanks for watching. Bye.